My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. Next up at UFC Vegas 32, we have the main event of the evening. We have Cory Sandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw in his return. He hasn't fought in 2 years because of that insane USADA suspension.
Little rat.
Cory Sandhagen, 14-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. TJ Dillashaw, I can't get that out. TJ Dillashaw, 16-4 overall, the former champion. Honestly, might have went down as one of the best to do it if he just continued on that streak. Is 4-1 in his last 5. His loss, Henry Cejudo. Then he got suspended because of the juice. And now it's 2 years later, and he is back, and he's a pretty big underdog here. Just a quick fact or whatever you want. So when TJ tested positive, the commission then went back and tested all of his samples all the way back, 5 fights. They retested everything because they have an A sample and a B. They went back and retested everything because the technology changes. They didn't find anything in any of the fight samples before the Henry Cejudo fight. They did find it in sort of a non-fight camp sample that was a random test. So with that being said, yeah, I don't think you can, and I could be way off. I don't think you can look at his career and say he was only champ because he did the juice. That's the only reason he did what he did. I think he started to do it later and didn't work out for him. With that being said, Cory Sandhagen is good everywhere. He's been very active. In the 2 years that TJ has been off, Cory Sandhagen's been very active. He's got a ton of power. He's got very good striking technique. He's a very fluid striker. He's very fast. He's very good with his combinations and variety. He will throw hands and legs. He will mix it up everywhere. He's very athletic. He's very good. And he also has good jiu-jitsu. And that sounds like the absolute complete package, right? TJ Dillashaw is coming off of a 2-year USADA layoff. As I mentioned, he's beaten everybody on the planet until Henry Cejudo. He's a great wrestler with a lot of power, and his feet never stop moving. He's good everywhere, and without the USADA issue, he may have ended up being the best one to ever do it, honestly. If we assume TJ is the same TJ that he was, he's got the better footwork. He's got better wrestling. He probably has more power. He's not as diverse in his striking, but he can control where this fight goes. I like TJ Dillashaw to win this fight. TJ Dillashaw is in my lineup. I did a money line bet on TJ Dillashaw. I'm all over him. I like him here, and I hope I don't have to eat my words, but I like TJ Dillashaw in this fight. I mean, there's some recency bias on both sides, meaning everybody thinks Cory Sandhagen's the best ever, and people just think TJ's a bum. I mean, go back and watch some of those TJ fights. He was it was a masterclass what he was doing out there. Power in his hands, great wrestling. He's good everywhere. This will be a really tough fight, but I like TJ. Jacob has a $100 autographed Cory Sandhagen UFC card, so I think we know what we're going to do.
Yeah, there's a little bit. I was going to lead with that, how I just pray to God that Cory Sandhagen wins because I have this $100 card. I don't even think I could sell that thing for $10 right now. So I pray to God that he goes down as the greatest fighter of all time, Cory Sandhagen, so I can cash in big on that card I accidentally bought. So if you guys are interested in a signed autograph Cory Sandhagen card, let me know, and I'll get that out to you. But
maybe we'll make it a giveaway. We'll make it some sort of giveaway on the.
I tried to give it away, and nobody even wanted it. Now I got to wait. If he wins this, I'm not giving away because he's going to be a champ when he wins this. Because TJ Dillashaw, I was almost going to make fun of you because you couldn't say his name. Now I can't say his name. TJ Dillashaw should never have been champ in the first place. Cody Garbrandt dropped him bad, and the round saved his life. He would if Garbrandt had 10 more seconds, that fight's over. Garbrandt's still the champ. I don't know if he's still the champ today, but he would have been the champ. Everyone would have forgot about TJ. He probably would have got on the juice sooner to try to make up those losses or that loss. So listen, Cory Sandhagen, I think, is the true. TJ honestly was in my lineup to start at $7,400 with his talent. It doesn't make sense to me because I was breaking down these fights and looking at these fights, and I didn't look at the odds. I didn't look at DraftKings yet. And when I came to this, I was like, I'll probably pick Cory Sandhagen because he's probably going to be pretty even money. And then I saw this. I'm like, what the hell is going on? TJ Dillashaw, $7,400. I think that's incredible value. I want Cory to win. I think Cory's going to win. Cory ended up making it in my lineup just because the way I worked it out with some other underdogs. But TJ Dillashaw, $7,400 in a 5-round fight with his wrestling and he's one of the. I saw a comment on the one of the videos I was watching. Somebody said he's one of the most technical strikers, almost up there with like Valentina Shevchenko technical. That's how good he is. But Cory Sandhagen, he's just so big and so sharp and uses length that I think he just is going to find a way to finish TJ. But I think that's still some good value at $7,400.
Yeah, I like TJ. I think he's got the power. He's definitely got the wrestling. I think he has enough, grappling acumen to not get submitted. And he's got a chin. We've seen him get hit and survive. Obviously, his last fight, that wasn't the case. But Henry Cejudo is probably the best to ever do it. And losses happen. So I have TJ Dillashaw everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And I like them more and more here. I think it's an active fight. I think it's a long fight. I think it's a busy fight. I bet this line drops, though. I think everybody thinks Cory Sandhagen is going to win by knockout or submission. And I'm looking at the live chat now, and that's what 90% of you are saying. So this line will drop. When it does, I'm going to hammer them more and more in Monkey Knife Fights and triple my money. What do you think of that line?
I think it's still more and more either way. I think this is definitely more and more. I think it's a very active fight. I think TJ comes out a little slow. I mean, he's had the layoff. He doesn't want to get. I mean, Cory can finish anyone at any time from anywhere, basically, with all those long limbs. So I think he comes out a little hesitant. Maybe he tries to grapple earlier, which really can make those strikes pump up because Cory will pull guard and they'll both do those little pitter patter shots. So I like them more and more here. And I honestly think this is a pick 'em fight. So TJ at plus 145, I agree. I think is great value. Yeah, I don't even think he's gonna win, and I think it's still great value. So,
yeah, I mean, and I agree with you that it should be a pick'em, and if anything, TJ should be the favorite, but it should be a pick'em. He is coming off a loss, a drug suspension. It has been 2 years, so there is a lot going against him. But in 2 years, I'm assuming he's training the entire time. He's ready as hell. He is a mentally tough guy. So anyway, TJ Dillashaw is absolutely my pick. Jacob's going the other way. If you want a tiebreaker, we'll have to film a little bit more when Danny is back later in the week.
Oh, Danny boy.
Okay. Either way, that is our breakdown. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you're new here, subscribe. It is tremendously helpful and it costs you absolutely $0. If you do want to spend a few dollars, click the join button, become a member, and play in our free DraftKings league. WeWantPicks.com. Click on the DraftKings button. Join the league. It is free. And if you win it, I give you $15. I literally Venmo you $15.
Yeah, someone made a good point. I forgot about this. Chael said that these guys used to spar together all the time. And but he wouldn't say who was win, but I think there's like videotape or something of TJ admitting in the past that when they spar that Cory would just beat the shit out of him. So take that for what it is.
I think things obviously change. And listen, Cory Sandhagen is very, very good, but TJ Dillashaw is, if it wasn't for the drug suspension, an all-time great. Either way, join our free DraftKings league. Go to WeWantPicks.com, sign up for Monkey Knife Fight, sign up for the bets. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you very much for the watch, and we will see you on Saturday.